Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome back. I am with a special guest, Brianne Latrice. She is a entrepreneur, a community provider, and a birth worker. And I'm so glad that you are here with us today, Brie. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Yes, I'm Brianne Latrice. Listen, I'm just a Black woman out here trying to get it. All right.
Okay.
Really just chasing after joy in every way I can. Trying to create spaces of joy and liberation for Black folks, for Black women. Yeah, I'm a Black mother. I be out here doing a bunch of things.
No drama.
No drama, none. Zilch, actually.
I like to start off by asking my guests, how are you today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good today. Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this day. I feel good. I'm here. I'm blessed. I woke up. I got breath in my body. Okay. It's been a great day.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
I wanted to get to a couple of topics with you, but first, I would like to start off with the Wombynist, spelled Wombynist. And
Almost.
wait,
Almost.
oh yes, N. I forgot the N. I went straight to the Y. Sorry. Yes, it will be in the description for the people
Come
because
on.
at
Yes.
first it sounds like Wombynist, but it's Wombynist. Okay,
Womanist. It's actually womanist.
Wombynist.
Yeah.
See, I can't look.
Yeah. Womanist. I was just being a little extra.
It's
Woman.
okay. It's me, not you. What inspired you to create the Womanist, a Black sanctuary, as you describe it?
Yeah. It actually initially started as a project for like Black womb advocacy when I was a
Mm.
doula. And then kind of when I moved out of my active doula practice, I still really wanted to hold on to that space because it was just such a sacred Black woman space. And I just kind of converted what was happening. So we kind of went from womb advocacy for Black women to a space for Black women to feel, Black women to create, to explore, explore self, to affirm self. And we do a lot of that through writing workshops. So yeah, it's like this growing community of Black women to just kind of like feel, connect, affirm, explore, and tell and create their own stories, essentially.
Yeah, I saw that you had an event not too long ago, a writing event, and I was trying to make it, but I had other plans. But I was like, the next time you have something, I gotta come because I really appreciated the prompts that I saw, even on your page. I feel like they're very thoughtful, they're very insightful, and it kind of forces you to kind of sit with the questions that you're asking or the prompts, and you're like, what
Yeah.
does this mean to me? How am I showing up? How do I feel? And I think that's so important for us as Black folks, period, especially Black women, because a lot of times I feel like we're always like on the go.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're
Exactly.
always on the go. We're always like, what's the next thing? Instead of like sitting down and reflecting, doing our shadow work.
Hello.
Okay, doing our shadow work.
No, it's that part. It's that part.
It is. And then you said womb advocacy. So what does that mean to you?
Yeah, at the time when I was actively practicing my doula work, I wanted to bring light to the what I would call the foremothers of birth work. So it was really about highlighting the grand midwives, the Black women who had been doing birth work for years and years and years and years before birth became hospitalized. So it was really highlighting those women, those midwives, and then also reclaiming the Black womb space because of just the maternal mortality when it comes to Black women is just outrageous and insane, especially in a time of advanced medicine. So really that was the work that I was like shedding light on at the time, is just kind of bringing light to those numbers and bringing light to that crisis of Black maternal mortality and highlighting those grandmother midwives.
Speaking of doula work, I wanted to get into where your journey with birth work began.
Yes. Ooh, child, you dusted me off. I ain't talked about these things in a while.
I
Um,
told you I wanted to
I
know. I'm
like
like,
it. Take it back. Take it back. I appreciate it. So the question was like, how did I get on this journey of birth work? Is that what you
yeah,
said?
like when did it start?
Yeah.
Where did it start?
So I have always been a person that connects with, like, I always say to myself, like, create what you can't find or create what
Mhm.
you need, right? So I had a baby in 2015, and my birth experience was not at all what I had envisioned for myself. I was 24 years old, and I really didn't know what options I had in birth. I had a traumatic birth experience. My daughter was in the NICU for over a week. There's so many things that had happened. So it was such a traumatic time for me. And I just remember when we finally got discharged to go home, I was just so confused. Like I was wondering, like, what did it take 17 hours for me to see my child after I had her? I had her via C-section. But I was just so confused, and I felt really disconnected. And I think because of my birth experience, I did have postpartum depression. Once I got out of that like dark, cloudy space, I started doing research on just like the birth experience and like what options you do have, because I didn't know what went wrong, but I knew something went wrong. So essentially, in my research, I literally came across the fact that Erykah Badu was a doula. This word doula, I was like, what is doula? So this was what year was this? This was 2017. I started doing research around what doula work is and what does this even mean, and how it's so rooted in Black birth. It's interesting how it has become, everything has become capitalized at this point. But I was so connected to what doula work was and like what Black women were doing, and just like carrying that legacy. And so I went to Brooklyn, New York for a training with Mama Glow. Shout out to Latham Thomas. And yeah, that's really where my journey began. It was on and popping after I got that training, girl. We was outside protecting Black birth. We was protecting Black wombs and Black babies and Black families and all this stuff. So yeah, that's really where my journey started with me, which is kind of how pretty much anything that I've created or anything successful or any mission or movement that I've put my hands on, it always started from this space of void or this space of curiosity, or like, what happened here? What's wrong with this thing? Kind of vibe. Like that's where I create from.
Yeah. A lot of the women who were in my training, I took it in DC. There were a lot of moms that had a traumatic birth experience, and they were like, yeah, I don't want this to happen to anyone else. And I really appreciate that thought process, because I feel like some people after a traumatic experience, it's like, girl, take me out of it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But you transform that energy into something positive, not just for you, but for the community that surrounds you. I think that should be stated and should be recognized, because it's amazing what birth workers do, period. So what specifically called you into birth doula? Because as people may not know, there are like 1,000 different there are 1,000 different doulas.
Yes. The types go crazy.
The types go crazy. I was looking at a death doula too. I was like, that kind of seems like, yeah,
I'm into it.
into it too. I'm like, maybe that might help my relationship with the death. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, it's the same line. It's the same spectrum. You got life on this side, you got death on this side. You go out how you came in. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, I would say I specifically chose birth work because of my experience. I was a full spectrum doula, so I was birth and also loss and abortion, like the full picture. So things that I felt relative in my own life, just from my own experiences and things that I had been through, and things that felt like in my community and in my circles of women, things that they related to and experiences that they had. So I really wanted to be a vessel for my community. Yeah. Which is like really who I am.
I really love that. Do you have like a memorable experience that kind of shifted your way of thinking, or you were just kind of like, wow, I'm really in this moment? You know what I mean? I feel like we all have those moments. There's more than one, especially if you have more than one birth. Yeah. But I always wonder that.
I'm gonna really try to capture this quickly because this was a very long birth. You mean like a birth story, right? I just want to make sure. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Adama. I'm gonna make sure I send her this. That's the mommy who I had the honor to support in this story. Adama experienced a loss, right? And I'm only able to say this because like she speaks out about it. And yeah. She had a loss prior to the birth that I was supporting. So we had a really beautiful connection because I actually did bring in a death doula and there was work done there and I was supporting her in the birth space. This was in New Jersey. So I was a traveling doula as well. So I was in North Jersey and we were at a birthing center and it was a rain that I had never experienced. I had a rental car and my car was essentially floating. Okay.
Oh,
The rain was so extreme. I can't even I know that it had to have some sort of spiritual meaning because I just couldn't even believe it was like Noah's Ark was out there. But anyway, um Adam's birth was on its own timeline. Her progression was on its own timeline. And, I was affirming her and doing all the things and was being hands-on and, including her husband into like really helping her soften and like try to get this baby to the other side. And long story short, it was to a point where the birthing center wanted to send her to the hospital. It had been hours and she was at a certain dilation. And so the rain was so bad that the ambulance couldn't get to the birthing center. Um,
damn.
we got a fire truck came before the ambulance came. Myself and Adama and her husband. I don't know if anybody's ever been on a fire truck. The three of us, it's about this big. It's the size of
Oh,
a matchbox. So imagine a woman who is fully like you 40 weeks, you in labor, active labor, her
wow.
and myself, and after hours, she's exhausted and
Mhm.
dilation is, and in the same place for hours. The three of us are in the back of a fire truck because we're trying to get to the hospital that bad. And this probably went on for like 12 hours. The fire
Damn.
truck couldn't even get us to the hospital because of car accidents, because of flooding, because we were like trapped. So the only place it was back to the birthing center. So yeah, the birthing center is like trying to stay calm because it's like we have kind of done all we could do. Long
Mhm.
story short, baby comes earthside. She
Mhm.
comes out not breathing. And I want to say this was probably the longest 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds of my life.
Right.
She came out not breathing. And I just remember Adama scream because she was just like saying, like, not again. I cannot go through this again. And I just remember I had her pinned down. I was like on all fours, like pinning her down to the bed. Like this baby is alive. Like I'm like, this baby is alive to the point I can almost cry right now. And
Mhm.
I was just like, don't look over there, look at me. I'm on top of her, like
Yeah.
holding her down. Long story short, that baby let out a nice cry,
Mhm.
and a beautiful cry, and let us know that she signaling that she was here with us. And it was just it was a moment. That's actually when I started to consider death doula work because I felt like I experienced both literally in that moment. It was like I knew what she had experienced with her previous baby, and it was in the hospital, and it's the reason why she decided to go the birthing center route. But it was just the power of community. It's not a thin line between like the birthing center space is right in between hospital and home birth. So it was like blowing to me because that was my first birthing center experience. And it was so beautiful how well we all worked together.
Mhm.
I saw first responders of all kinds trying to keep this woman safe and keep this baby alive, essentially. We had firefighters, we had this, we had that. It was a village going to work, working together. At the end of the day, we had a beautiful, healthy baby. But yeah, life is just something.
Is the long births are they're like long and exhausting in the moment, but I swear when the baby comes earthside, it's like, oh,
Yes, yes.
you forget you're tired. It's like, did I have the baby or did she have the baby? Like,
We all gave birth.
I'm
You hear me?
like, Lord have mercy. I'm just, yeah, those
We all
experiences
gave
where
birth.
it took forever to get here, and I think that's important too to note that when you're working with clients, moms, it's important to know their history before they gave
Mm-hmm.
birth. Because I've been in a situation where a mom had a VBAC,
Mm-hmm.
which is a vaginal birth after C-section for people who don't know. Well, the baby that I was working with was a VBAC, but then her previous baby was a C-section. I work with moms who have been sexually violated. That's a different experience too. Like you want to make sure that you're open and the mom feels like they can like trust you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shout out to baby girl. Hooray.
Girl, you had us scared.
Girl, don't do it again, okay?
Yes. When I be like see my babies on Instagram, just seeing them like now she just running around thriving, just as normal.
Just normal. I'm like, my first doula baby, he's turning 6
Mhm.
this year, and I'm just like, "You are just the cutest little just
That's
so
it.
adorable."
When I had seen you crossover. Wow.
Cross over to Earthside, and then I seen your mom's placenta being birthed after that, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Amazing. With a life.
Yeah. So what was, like, your process before going into birth? Like, how did you prepare for that? Um,
Like when I would be on call, I would do everything I could to just be in a space of rest, to be
yeah.
in a space of reflection, try to do as much like ego death work as possible.
Mm,
Yeah, I would just keep it real chill, real laid back, try to just keep a grounded energy,
mm.
lots of baths, lots of, yeah, absorbing myself in water. Yeah, just journaling, movement, all the things, the typical things that they say about us shea butter babies. I was doing all those things.
The Manuka honey mommies.
Right.
And what was your process like after that? Because honestly, with me, I just went to sleep.
It was a hard crash. It was a hard crash. And I would be in like quiet for a long time. Like I
Yeah.
would take like 7 days of rest if I could. Like at that time, I was really taking long periods of rest because like birth is such a sacred work, but it's such a chaotic work and it's such
Yeah.
a beautiful experience and it's also scary. It's like every emotion that you can experience is happening at the same time. And
Very
the
emotional.
recovery period is I can't even explain it. Like it's just so needed and necessary. So I would just turn down the noise and yeah, lay down.
Lay that ass down. You mentioned before that you were on track to
Middle.
become a midwife, but then something else happened.
So I had went to school, I had paid the money and
Dang, you paid the money. Oh, you paid you
I,
was in it.
yeah, I was in it. I paid for my first semester. I took my
Okay.
classes. But yeah, I I mean, should I just I
I
don't know.
mean, we should just transition.
So yes, I started this supposed to be at the time 1 day event,
Really?
which was called Black Ass Flea Market. 1 day.
What?
Yes, and then she had said, "We got plans." That's what Black Ass Flea Market said to me, and so did the cousins, who was that's who I call, our community. We call them
Yes,
cousins.
the cousins,
The
yes.
cousins had said, "Girl, 1 day, please be FFR, please be so for real." So yeah, that happened.
I want to congratulate you for becoming a full-time entrepreneur
Thank
um,
you,
recently.
thank you.
Um, that is a big, big step. Black Ass Flea Market has been, I mean, y'all do everything. I mean, just like in the realm of events, in the realm of like community work, y'all do everything. And y'all just had something for Juneteenth, which is cool. You had Duran come by. I'm like, what in the world? And y'all just keep building. I say y'all because I know it's a team as well, but you know what I mean. You like
Thank
doing
you.
it.
It's definitely a y'all. I mean, yeah, it's me and my team. We a mighty team of four, but it's also, the community as well. Like it's
Yeah.
the community, the people that keep returning. It's the growing community of businesses that like it would not be if it wasn't for the people. So yeah, but I'm definitely able to check off the boxes of like some of my biggest dreams. Like it's crazy that Duran Bernard is one of my absolute favorite artists, and I
Mm.
had never got to see him live. So the fact that I was able to see him live at my own event was like, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to God. Okay.
Things popping
Okay.
and little things stopping.
What he said. African proverb.
Okay. What have you learned about yourself through the Black Ass Flea Market?
Mm, I learned that I can do hard things. I've learned that I am a visionary and I need strategists on my team. I learned that everything that like black people, we really are the hype. We are it's true. Everything they think and they say, like we really are that.
And
I'm
some.
It's my favorite thing to be Black, yo. Like my business really, I just be like, oh my God, like I love it here. I love being Black. It's so amazing. I just feel really lucky and really blessed to learn from other Black business owners. Yeah, that in itself is like the ecosystem, the network of innovators and creatives that I get to learn from and collaborate with and connect with is a privilege. It's so many things I could say.
Who has been your biggest source of support during this transition?
Ooh, like transition from corporate life to full time.
Corporate life to full time entrepreneur.
Yeah, I would say my best friend, shout out to Sierra. My girlfriend is the most amazing partner. She is really keeping me going. Like it don't gotta make sense right now. I got you. God got you. God gonna reveal what the plan is. You you just be obedient and do what God said. So she always in my ear and keeping me reminded to stay close to God and release fear and continue to have faith. My mom, so many people, so many people.
Yeah. I think that you are definitely a person that is loved and supported
Thank you.
just across the board. So, yeah. What does your work life balance look like?
Right now, I'm learning
Mm,
that a schedule is required, even though I am working full time for myself. Excuse me, a schedule is still required. So I'm working on actively starting my day with God, starting my day with movement, hitting the gym, feeding my body, nourishing things.
yeah.
And like kind of once I do those things, then I can get into my day. But like when I don't do those things, day is gone. Day is ruined. Day is chaotic. People be like, I keep saying like people think when you quit your 9 to 5, you work less. No, honey, it's 24/7, and it's like I'm trying so hard to avoid burnout, but I'm really grateful to have some more time back because I can really focus on mind, body, soul, spirit, and then creativity.
Yeah.
I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you did. I mean, it's an active thing that you're doing now. It's not always going to be like, oh, I have this specific thing. Like right
Yeah.
now, I'm just trying to figure it out, and I think that that's honest. Me,
Yeah, I
you know,
definitely
right.
have a lot of variables day to day, but then like there's some things that are just want to remain the same. Like every day, I know I gotta feed that baby, feed that child. So that mean I need groceries, like those kind of things. But yeah, it's definitely a work in progress.
I was just talking to the renewed mama yesterday, and she was saying how she needs to do something for herself in the morning, which are her morning walks, and then she can give to other people, like her children and her husband. And I was like, that is so important because growing up, my mom was just like, give, because that's how we're taught. And
Mm-hmm.
so I appreciate when I see moms being like, actually,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take some time for myself.
Yeah, it's like what they say, don't pour from an empty cup, but it's like, no, your own cup needs to be filled to the top, spilling over. Like your spillover is what you need to be pouring into others. And I try to think about that and prioritize that. It's easier said than done, but it is like a visual that I'm constantly in my mind. Like, am I burnt out? Do I have anything? Like, am I on E right now? Do I have anything to pour, anything to give? Like, if not, then it's time for replenishment.
And what does your burnout look like? Because I know for people it could look different.
Girl, I can't see myself. I
Yeah.
can't feel I can't feel anything.
Mhm.
Like if I'm burnt out, I don't feel any of my feelings. I don't have
Mm.
any capacity. There's nothing in my mind. It's like a tin can in my head and an empty hole inside. It like literally it ends up being depression because it's like I call myself a full-time feeler. I'm a water sign. I have a Scorpio stellium. I'm water all up and through my natal chart. So it's just like I need my emotions. They're my superpower. They're like my guide. So if I don't feel my feelings,
Something's wrong.
I'm not good. Like yeah, I'd be like, whoa, I don't that I should have had a reaction to that. And yeah, I will be in the bed. Pretty much any of those like depressive like things that people do, like I'll do those things. I'll be in the bed, I'll be asleep for hours, I'll not feed myself, all those kinds of things. It's not a good place to be.
Thank you for sharing that because I think burnout looks different depending on who you are. Sometimes you're numb to it. Sometimes you're exhausted and you ain't got nothing left.
Mhm.
for anyone,
Uh-huh.
where you don't even have nothing left for yourself.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? And then I want to lastly, what challenges were you faced with when you were making this decision to number one, start Black Ass Flea Market, and then going from that plus working a full time to now being a full time entrepreneur focused on that?
Okay. I gotta try to break this down in parts. So what challenges are, oh no, you good.
Okay.
I got ADHD. I'm like, hold up, which
Oh
part?
my God, me too.
To answer the first part of your question, the challenges I was faced with like starting Black Ass Flea Market, I had to accept that if I wanted to be as radical as I was with the name, I had to accept that I was not going to be provided the same opportunities as others if I played it safer.
Yeah.
Um, like I know I will not be covered on certain media outlets. I had to know that I'm not going to be eligible for certain funding opportunities or resource opportunities. And it was like, are you willing to take the long road, um, or just have a different path than what some others may, think you should take? But all because of the name that you choose, and I chose that, and I said yeah to myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it my way because I know how important the
That's right.
name is to me. So yeah, that's been a long journey of like accepting that and standing on it and like, saying no to certain things because you might want to censor my business name. And so being like, then no, we don't want to, I'm not going to be a part of this, but I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you anyway. Those
Yeah.
kinds of things. It don't help that I'm a Black woman with a crazy business name, gay as all get out. Like I got so many things that pushing against me. So it's like,
Intersections are intersecting.
okay, sis, that's enough.
Neurodivergent.
Okay, you got too many boxes you got to check on the paper. It's been a beautiful journey, but yeah, I've had plenty of challenges. That's just the one that comes to mind right now. And then you had another. It was another part to this question, something involving.
Like the challenge of, all right, now I'm leaving this corporate world, I'm doing this full time, and I'm still standing on business.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, of course, there are challenges, but I feel like I've reframed them to like it's just the path that we on. Like, what's
Yeah.
going to be, what's for me is for me. What's not for me is not for me. Like, I hate to be so cliche, but like, I don't. I like the reframe language. It doesn't. It don't. I don't. I'm not currently experiencing challenges. Excuse me. The only things that is
Mhm.
challenging is me and my lack of sticking to my schedule. I'm
Okay.
I'm I'm the problem at this point. And God, we ask that you keep the
Keep it lifted.
okay, Lord, guide me. All right. Yes, exactly.
I got a few rapid fire questions for you, even though they're not, I guess they're not rapid fire, but just go with it. Has there been a time in life where you felt limited or delayed, and how did you get through it?
Yes, I usually am, like I said, I be the problem. I be limiting myself and my
Mm,
mindset with my negative self-talk at times. And to get through those things, like when I be having to check myself. Do you have like an internal conversation that you be sometimes cussing your own self out? Like, now why you talking to yourself like that? Like, no, we're not doing that. I have to really like stop and really catch myself to break myself out of that negative self-talk because I can go there and I could stay there for a while. So I will, do however I need to affirm myself. I'll sometimes do that through video journaling. I'll do that through physically like writing. I'll do that through mirror work. And if you're
mm,
not familiar with mirror work, it's kind of like giving yourself a soft gaze in the mirror,
mm.
just quietly like seeing all your beauty, seeing all your flaws, accepting them, loving on them, etc. And sometimes I'll write after that. I just try to be really good to myself after I've been really mean to myself.
Yeah. I like when people say, like, talk to yourself like you would talk to your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Not let your girlfriend, like, talk shit about herself or feel
Mm-hmm.
bad. It's like, uh-uh.
Mm-hmm. That part.
What legacy do you hope to leave with your work with Black Ass Flea Market and the Womanist?
It all really, well, when it comes to Black Ass Flea Market, I want to leave the legacy of Black Ass joy. Okay. Fully liberated, fully taking up space, um, being just falling into creativity in whatever way that looks like for you. Like I hope that is the legacy that I leave there. And when it comes to the womanist, I hope that I leave a legacy for Black women to truly see themselves, to allow themselves to be curious, to be confused. If it don't make sense, lean into it. Like, what's that? What's over there? What is this I'm feeling? Allowing themselves to be soft, to be feminine, to be masculine, to just be all the things, girl. Explore, 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 affirm, 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 and knowing that writing is a tool for healing.
I love that. What are you looking forward to in the next 3 years?
Ooh, a debt-free life. Okay, amen.
Amen.
I really just want to be proud of the life that I've created for myself and for my child. That's really it. I just want to be proud of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of the impact and, just the life that I've created for my child. I really want her to be happy and feel safe to be whatever she want to be.
Yeah.
You know,
Let the Black babies just be.
just be. Let them be.
And I tell people, speak life into them. Speak life.
That part. Yeah, girl. That's all. I ain't asking for too much.
Can you see Black Ass Flea Market, like, I don't know, having your own space, or I don't know, like, I feel like you're pretty much doing everything now, so I can't.
I mean, it's my biggest goal to have an HQ. I would love a physical space.
HQ. Okay.
I would love to have a physical space. I would love to travel. Like, I would love to be on the road, but I always want to come back home to Baltimore to a physical space.
To a physical space. I wonder because I'm thinking about our cousins in the UK. They would go up for the
Yeah,
Black Ass Flea Market.
it's quite a few places.
You know what I'm saying?
You're correct. Listen, when y'all see Black Ass Flea Market in the motherland, just know we had this conversation right here.
Okay.
Now.
It was said August 13th.
And it was.
2025. Act like you know.
Like you know.
Oh my gosh, I can see you traveling. Oh my gosh, I can see you doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Treat everything. I already know it's in like the wheels, but I'm excited. Whatever you do.
Yeah.
I just wanted to also say thank you for your time today, your light, your expertise, sharing a part of yourself, being vulnerable. It's very, very appreciated. Where can people find you? What things do we have coming up?
Where can y'all find me? So you can follow Black Ass Flea Market. That's BLK Ass FLEA MKT on everything.
We'll put a link in the bio too.
Come on now, because if you're interested in knowing me personally, that's IDKBRIANNE. She's gonna put that in the bio as well. What do we have coming up? We have a foodie. When is coming? It's been like, when is coming out? Then I can tell you what's coming.
Cause look, I'm on the page right now. Well, you got served the day party.
Yeah, we got you got okay, yes, we got you got served the Y2K day party, which is called the Juke. We do that every third Sunday at the garage at our house. So that's this Sunday, August 30th. I'm sorry, Sunday, August 17th. Then we have the Black Ass Foodie Market. So for all my cousins that be hungry and thirsty, okay, we have a market prioritizing Black food and beverage on August 30th, and that's at White Lock Community Farm, which is where we gave birth to Black Ass Food Market, and we have not been there in 3 years. So it's just like so amazing to be returning home. What else we got? That's August. September, we have whatever that third Sunday is in September, we bringing the Juke back again. Day party. September 27th, we have Black Ass Homecoming, which is our market that is just right around homecoming season. We usually have like a marching band, just getting y'all ready for that
marching band.
Listen, that back to school spirit, if you want to come repping your school, bring your, wear your things. We open to PWIs and HBCUs. And we open to dropouts as well. That's all right. Okay.
Schools.
Okay. Just rep your school, rep your set. That's all I'm saying. Yes, if my divine nine come on outside in your apparel, listen, it's giving that energy at Black Ass Homecoming. That's gonna also be at the garage at our house. And we about to drop, we didn't know, but the world hasn't seen this yet, but we about to drop a Black Ass karaoke that's going to have like a live band behind you, but the live band as well. So you heard it here first. It's a special edition in collaboration with Queen HD, the DJ. It's going to be a little mimosas under the moonlight. We got a whole little thing going on that evening. Okay, so you'll see that soon. And I'll stop there because.
Oh, cause I know. Like, I'm impressed Because a lot, it's one thing when it's the music and the mic, but the live band.
Yes, honey. So excited.
Well, we'll put all. I said the link in the bio, the link in the description. Lord have mercy.
Exactly.
I'll put all the links in the description, everywhere you could find Brianne. And thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.